Hi,
Where'd
everybody.
Michelle go?
We lost her in the intro.
All right, so wait. So before we get started, I have to show you why I am the worst dog mom ever. I'm the worst because I took away my boy's new toy, his new favorite toy that I took away from him last night, and he found again and is now staring at obsessively and trying to get to and made me spill my wine. When I see this toy he loves so desperately,
I'm afraid.
oh,
Give it to me.
yeah,
Give it to me now.
Yes.
yeah, yeah. He child ain't right.
All right.
Trying to get
So
this up. Sorry.
tonight's topic.
Phrasing.
Tonight's topic is, with everything that's going on with the hurricanes and so many people trying to fundraise and things like this, what we wanted to do is to comment on what to comment on how we need to go about and what to do. Let me see what I can do here.
How to avoid
Because,
the
all right,
Sammy
so
McSammer.
many people are saying, "Oh, I will send me money and I will send me money and I will." But the problem is that these are just people, and this is not how any of that works. So there are a lot of people that are trying very hard to collect money from people who are not the Pet Stylist Relief Fund.
Who are not
and-
a registered charity.
Right, who are not the registered charity. And so let me see if I can share this. And as a result, what's happening is people are sending money to people who are not a charity at all, but are merely, in fact, just a person. There's no oversight. There's no checks. There's no one can say whether or not they actually gave that to anybody or anything like this. And there's so many people doing this that it's a problem. It's a problem. So I wanted to come on tonight and discuss the Pet Stylist Relief Fund and why this should be the one that you donate to, because it is a legitimate 501c3. And let's see.
Ooh.
Look at you getting all fancy over there,
Look
Angie.
at that.
Okay. So this is the QR code that you can use if you want to donate to the Pet Stylist Relief Fund. The Pet Stylist Relief Fund,
It works.
it does work. This is an actual 501c3 that Denise is the president of. I'm on the board of, and your money is actually going to go to people who have been vetted, who we know have actually been impacted. It is actually going to go to people. It's not going to go in who's ever collecting its pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know.
So yeah, so like
there.
getting the 501c3 status is huge, right? So currently just grooming equipment we're doing. I mean, we haven't done anything else as far as Amy had asked about grooming equipment or hurricane supplies. So the 501c3, it takes a lot of work and money to get. And like, we were very fortunate. We had ours approved. Terry DiMarino's like, you did something right. We had ours approved in 2 to 3 weeks, and it got approved last Sunday, right? I think Helene was either just hitting or it was about to hit.
Yeah.
So that's why we're sort of scrambling with getting all of the back end of everything. But what the 501c3 does is it protects people's donations. It's the only way to get a tax write-off when you donate your money, because it is going to an actual charity organization.
And one of the other comments was, it's a huge problem, especially for opportunists who are looking to capitalize on these disasters. And that is unfortunately a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already seen so many of them in the grooming industry, of people who are saying, send me money, send me money, send me money, and I will do this, that, or the other thing. There's nothing holding them accountable.
Mhm.
There's nothing to say that they will, in fact, be doing anything at
And
all.
we need help. So like, I have a nice little group in Asheville that I am currently working with that's really going in and helping out groomers clean out their places and their equipment and really help dig them out. So I'm also vetting our helpers, and we're all vetting our helpers so that we know that they're trustworthy, that they can carry a lot of this stuff off for us. So, that's the other, a little bit of a difference than just necessarily, and there, I'm not knocking anyone who's going in and helping. All I want to say is that there are avenues to make sure that it is legitimate and we can all be on the same page, right? Everyone wants to help, and it's just a collective way to bring everyone together.
Mhm. Amy, I do believe there are some companies that I've contacted and people who've contacted me on where to send actual grooming supplies like shampoos to help get the toxic sludge off of animals. And we are hearing back from there, but I am directly working with the Stylist Pet Relief Fund, or what Denise is heading up. So she's going to find some contacts and where to send the stuff so that these companies can issue some aid to the pets themselves. So hopefully we can get that through.
And I also would like to throw out there, whoever is watching, I currently only have Asheville contacts. So any other areas that have been, because I know it's not just Asheville. I know Florida was hit. I know that it was like up. So if anyone knows of anyone who's spearheading efforts in other areas, please send them my way, because I'm also working on a way to be able to, all these donations coming into private people when it comes to the grooming equipment is not a write-off unless it's through a 501c3. We are working on coming up with a system to be able to help people who can also get a deduction and have that as a tax write-off as well. But we need to have that all collective. So that is the aspect that we are working on. Awesome, Amy. I'm great. Like, I know with Milton coming, gosh only knows what that holds. So, yes, please send them my way. They can just message me on Facebook. It can either be through Pet Stylist Relief Fund, or it can be through my personal page. I don't care how anyone reaches out to me. I just want to get other little networks going.
So yeah, the biggest thing is, while I understand there are many people on Facebook that are asking that you send them money or things like this, you're better off sending that money to local organizations rather than an individual,
Mhm.
because this is hurricanes and floods and things like this are the number one time where scammers come out and they say, oh, I'm going to help, I'm going to help, I'm going to help. And what they do is they help themselves. So that's a problem.
Also, if anyone's in any of these areas, we have now I lost train of thought. Sorry.
Yeah.
If anyone's in these
I'm the
areas,
problem.
applications. Sorry,
Also a
applications.
problem.
Both of you guys know. Applications. We need help dispersing those as well. Michelle's never a problem. No, we need help dispersing applications as well, because internet and stuff is down. So like I can send out a printable PDF of the application too and get that out there, so that we have 2 applicants already, but I know right now people are still trying to get out. It's not going to be like an instantaneous thing. We're building our funds right now. So yeah, applications getting out there as well.
Okay. Now, I can't even.
I am the
read that.
problem. It's me.
I also yes, because we both asked her a question. Like we both asked her a question, like off completely
Right?
different questions,
Okay.
completely different from what she was talking about, and different questions. So her brain just went. Okay, so playing devil's advocate here, because there's 2 things I want to say about. Well, one thing I want to say about that, and one thing I have questioned about being devil's advocate. But in case you're going, oh, well, the last thing I'm worried about is a tax deduction. I just want to help somebody. That sounds like stuff that I would say. But there is nothing wrong with doing both, because you can write it off either as a business or a personal expense, depending on where it comes from. And it's going where it needs to go. It's not going to a scammer. It's
Right.
not.
It's a legitimate pipeline of help going directly where the donations need to go.
That's the thing, is it's not so much the tax deduction, because personally, I don't really care about that. For me, it's the accountability
Yes.
for where that money goes that makes a difference to me.
Yeah.
So that's when I donated for Helene. My whole thing was, how do I know this money is going to go where it needs to go to buy supplies? And so I donated. And when I did about an hour of checking to see where that money, are they a 501c3? How much of that actually goes to the people rather than administrative costs? How much of this, because there's always costs, but am I paying somebody's $2.3 million salary with this money? Because there are large organizations that everyone is quite familiar with that is in fact the case. Less than 1 penny from each dollar actually goes to help.
Do they trick or treat?
They do trick or treat. Another is one that is the life's blood of the American landscape, and we all know them, and that's a problem. More than a penny out of every dollar should be going to actual people. So that's what I was looking for. And Florida has a bunch of organizations that are 501c3s that are distributing goods and simple things like gas, toilet paper, water, food, things like this. The organizations out there do exist. It's just going to take some time for you to find the ones that are that. Do not waste your money giving it to any business or person that, yeah, you may know them, but if they say, oh, well, I'll do this, there's no accountability there.
Yeah, you don't get a receipt. You don't get pictures showing the goods being dropped off. You don't get any of that assurance
Right.
that money is being used for its cause.
If someone is working with an organization, that's very different.
Right.
You know, like if I was down in Florida right now and I could do something to help, then, you know, I would be working with this organization to go and take out the toilet paper and the water and the things like this. I'd be donating my time to do that. And I would say, look, I'm working with X organization. Bring your donations to this place, or I will take them with you and get a receipt for you, which I will text you the moment I, you know, get the whatever. So, and gas is another thing. Is right now there's a gas shortage, and they are bringing trucks in. They're doing their best to get the supply in. The problem is the supply is low, and roads are an issue. So they're trying to supply as quickly as they can, but supply is an issue. So please, I understand everybody wants to donate and you recognize names, even in this industry. And I'm going to ask you to please don't just give money to anyone.
Now,
Give it to an organization.
playing devil's advocate, what about when the GoFundMe's start popping up? And it's a tricky one because there are people who will take advantage of the system, but I'm also speaking as someone who had someone set up a GoFundMe for me because they knew I would not ask for help when a hurricane hit me.
Yeah, I've already seen them as well.
Yeah. So it's is that one of those things where you kind of got to know, you got to do your research, and
You need to know who you're donating to.
Yeah, your money is needed, and if you're going to send money or anything significant, you should absolutely evaluate the channel by which you use to donate that money. Otherwise, you might as well just throw it out into the street, and someone will pick it up because everybody could use money, right?
Right.
Or goods or services or whatever it is that you're offering. You know, make sure that it gets to the people that really are hurting and really need it right now.
Yes.
And there are some, I've been Jessica Uzetta just reached out to me today, to the Pet Stylist Relief Fund, I should say. And she wants to do a donation webinar, and all proceeds go to Pet Stylist Relief Fund. And where can she send the money? So there are people who are doing stuff like that, or sales will go towards, or stuff like that, but they are donating it to, it's not just being dispersed by them. It's being that money is then being donated to the proper organization. So I wanted to throw that out there too. Because you'll see those pop up. I know we're getting a lot of inquiries about, hey, I want to do this fundraiser and everything. I want to donate everything to you guys. So
Yep.
I wanted to throw that out there too. We are getting a lot of those.
And Denise, you had mentioned you were, when it comes to sharpeners.
Hmm.
Tell us more about that.
So right now, when you're donating the goods and stuff, and they are doing wonderful jobs. So like Groomer Supply House and us, before we even started, was talking about working together and sending in equipment over and having them refurbish and then, be able to send that out to groomers in need as well. With everything that popped up so fast and how massive this was, Groomer Supply House started doing those donations directly to them, which is wonderful. What we're trying to do is figure out a system. We're going to work with Dennis Brooks over at Sharp Edges he'll help us hone in on this. He's my sharpener, so I can get away with a few things. I'm like, we're going to see what system we can put into place so that everyone's getting credit for that as well if they choose to take it. I know the tax deduction isn't a big thing, and I know some people
No,
don't
but the
care about it.
recipient would also be vetted.
Correct. So that would be the other part to that, is that then there's that whole cluster to all of that, is making sure. So like if we can also help vet that information. So but because everything happened so fast, this is sort of like trial and error, and we're still, Amanda, the treasurer, and I are still trying to work out everything. So yeah, how to get that system up and going so that we can work with that, and people who, because I don't have a place for everything to be donated to, and they're the ones. So yeah, that's what we're working towards, so that we can go ahead and help out in that aspect as well.
Mhm. And we don't really even know where to send things as of yet, because there's still a really powerful hurricane that's going to blow through Florida and in that area one more time. So hopefully by the time that's said and done, and everybody has stations, we'll have an actual location to send things to. But right now is a good time to gear up. And if you want to donate, please donate. Ask your supplier if they want to donate anything directly to the fund. That would be the best help. Rather than trying to find somebody directly to send it to. This is a really good organization. It's got a direct pipeline. We have groomers on the ground, willing and ready and able to start to disperse these benefits and products and equipment and whatever it is that's needed. So I would recommend at least getting ready, because it's not over yet. It's not over. So.
And I know Amy is in Florida, and maybe her and I can get together later, and she can give me some links of organizations that she knows that are legitimate, that are in Florida, that are working on the non-grooming side of things, where people can go to get the basics:
bleach,
gas,
bottled water,
cleaning supplies, bottled water, things to live, for the more basic things. And so Amy, if you're up for that, I would love to do that with you as well.
One of my goals with the organization too is, I worked at the vet clinic when Katrina hit, and it was to see the camaraderie and the community come together, the vet community, and go and be on location and be helping hands and like just help at ground zero, was so inspiring. Like even back, like it's always stuck with me, and I would love to do that in the future with this as well, like getting volunteers to go into these places to help out hands-on and stuff like that. So that is my ultimate goal with all of it. Obviously, helping wherever we can. But I would love to get to the point where we can network and have volunteers on call and things like that. So if anyone's interested in any kind of help, like helping out, I will take names, I will be jotting them down, and I will keeping tabs, because once all of this is over and we can actually organize a little bit more, I would love to get all of that in order.
Excellent. All right. Well, we're getting down to the end of our half an hour. So,
And I don't think we're really going to go over because yeah, it's a little heavy.
yeah, it's a lot of heavy.
Mhm.
It's
But
a lot.
on a lighter note, on a much lighter note, tonight's weird fact is on capybaras.
Norwegian fruit bats.
Yes,
Sorry,
they are quite lovely.
they are.
And so, for those that don't know, I groom small mammals, guinea pigs, bunnies, things like this. And at one time, guinea pigs, many, 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 many moons ago, were about the same size as a capybara. And they were prized in the Aztec areas. And what
Yeah, capybaras are like a giant guinea pig. You are right.
they are, they're actually their closest relative,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
capybara to the guinea pig. But guinea pigs were sized down, as we have done with many animals in our history. And what they would do is they would weave in gold and gems into their coat as a status symbol. And that was their, it basically like putting a coach collar on your dog. Same kind of thing, but with gold and actual gems on the guinea pig, who was about the size of a capybara, maybe a slightly smaller.
Would this be slightly closer to dressing up your cow? Because I know guinea pigs are still
A food source. Yeah.
a food source.
Okay,
So clearly they were also a food
now
source.
a food source.
Yeah.
At the time, they were not a food source. They were actually a symbol of your prosperity
But they were
and
big.
your nobility.
They had more meat on them then.
They did. However, that wasn't necessary. They were such a prosperous, population that wasn't. They were pets, like we have the dogs. I mean, in the United States, the thought of consuming a dog is reprehensible. Same
To
basic-
most.
to most, not to all. But on the, for the majority. So let's get into capybaras and these ridiculously cute little guys.
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
Okay, so capybaras are the world's largest rodents. They are closely related to guinea pigs, and the largest capybara was 210 pounds. Look at this little guy yawning. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? They are highly social, semi-aquatic, and they can sleep in the water. The Capybara Cafe in St. Augustine, Florida, is a capybara sanctuary where you can.
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
We have an alpaca farm that has 2 of them, and they had otters and capybaras, porcupine, armadillo, and there was something else that we got to see, and we got to go and they had kangaroos and stuff too. And we got to go pet the capybaras, and they're laying in their beds, and they're like, "Oh, just go slow because they spook just like guinea pigs." And then they were sleeping, and you could pet them, and oh yeah, they're a lot of fun.
They're adorable.
They are. They're so
When-
cool.
I move to Florida, Amy has promised me that we will go to the Capybara Cafe.
I had my mic muted, so I only broke glasses over here with how high squealing I was.
It's
With the
There will be many, many photos of me hugging, petting, and smooching on capybaras when Amy and I go to the Capybara Cafe.
I also want to find out where this place is, Denise, because I want to pet the porcupine because they make the cutest little snuffling noises.
They have the
And they
cutest
do
nose.
happy dances.
I just want to feed them something, so they go.
Yes. I love that little guy who has his own YouTube channel.
Can I have corn?
It's fine. I will sit and watch that porcupine eat for like 20 minutes. And I just sit there and go, he's so
You can feed them.
beautiful."
So yeah, we were feeding them and stuff. So they, oh yeah, no, it's over by me. Come see me sometime, and it's like not even 20 minutes away.
And beavers.
All right. So now, well, we have finished on a much happier note.
Yes.
Except I'm going to pass out.
So we are thinking of everyone that is in the path of the hurricane, and we hope you are all safe. And we hope that somehow, I don't even know how, I don't know. I know it's not probably possible, but I hope this is not going to be as bad as they say it is. And I'm just, please, please let it not be as bad as they're saying it's going to be. Because the very idea of that just terrifies me to my core. The people that are living there. And so please, everyone, stay safe. You know, we will see you next week. And that will be next week. I will be here. But after that, I will be moving to Florida. So I will.
You will be our contact to send all the stuff to.
So I will be offline for a couple of weeks because I will be in transition, and I will be moving from Massachusetts down there. So I won't see you guys for a couple of weeks. So you're going to be out of weird facts for a bit.
Wait a minute.
Oh no! Oh no! It's going to turn into Chris's perverted facts. All right. So for those 2 weeks, since I will not be here, Chris will be doing Chris's perverted facts.
I can't guarantee a video, which is probably for the best.
It probably is for the best.
Because
you
you
go
don't-
on to YouTube and
I don't know that you want to see some of the stuff I'm talking about.
You don't, because she sends me the pictures of that and says, you have to do this for weird facts. And I say, no, I don't. No, that's never going in weird facts. No one wants or needs to know any of this.
Hint, it's going to be 90% penis related.
Yes. And I know this because that is all that she has sent me. Yeah. So in this particular case, Chris is the problem. It's her. Yeah, it's her. And
I'm very proud of that.
Yes. So Chris's perverted facts will be going live not next week, but the week after. And so for 2 weeks it will be a special event of Chris's perverted facts. So, and they're animal facts, so it is within the genre.
No, let's not be too not going there. I mean, I could, but we're not.
No, it's animal. Chris's perverted animal facts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it will be a thing. It will be a thing it will be a special presentation for 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes. And one of them will be the Halloween edition.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, that one's going to be the tortoise because that's terrifying AF.
oh, that is terrifying.
That is terrifying.
And don't forget the emu.
I was thinking more the elephant and the dolphin.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it turns out.
Now I have to
Um,
look up the emu.
I will watch it when I'm able.
And everybody
I don't
knows
know
about
how
the
much.
iguana, right? Oh, ducks.
And the ducks.
We kind of went there on another episode.
Oh, there's probably gonna be a half an hour of Chris's amazing
No,
Right.
no, I'm gonna
Whole
keep
episode.
it to one animal
Angie.
because
Angie, when you
every-
come back, could you do Norwegian fruit bats?
I absolutely will. I will actually do that next week. before-
Because we'll need something like that to wash our brain.
oh yeah, we need something really cute, really cute.
Yes, I will do the Norwegian fruit bats next week so that you can watch it after. You can just kind of
Replay
like
it.
a cleanse,
It's like a brain cleanse,
like a
I
ball.
mean-
soul cleanse, if you will.
I need to make a list so that every time Angie disappears for whatever reason, I'll be ready.
Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll start posting the weird facts videos on positiveed.com
Oh,
Facebook page
nice.
so that you can
Ah,
review them later. So
Mm.
when you need a happy something,
just
you
watch it.
can
Or when you need mind bleach from whatever I just told you about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That I told you not to Google, but you Googled because
Right.
yeah. So I'll start putting those on there as reels, and so that whenever you want a soothing mind balm, you can go back and look for a neat little weird fact that will make you smile.
I like it.
So yeah, I will post that on tonight's capybaras tonight, and I over the next 9 days actually before I leave for the great state of Florida. I'll be posting all of the back episodes of the weekly weird facts.
Nice.
I love it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, all right. So stay safe, everybody. Stay warm, stay dry, and we hope to see all of you in one piece. And when we return next week.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Take care. Be well.